these are more than enough panels to run a household. There's just 6 of them. Instead of buying a fancy aluminum frame that costs $1,000 or a $2,000 frame that tracks the movement of the sun, you could just use some old 2x4s, make your own frame and bolt it to that. Drive a stake into the ground to anchor it so the wind doesn't get up underneath it and blow it away. And then hook up your wires, and they're labeled positive and negative. So this system has 6 panels hooked in series, meaning if there's a 12-volt panel and a 12-volt panel and a 12-volt panel, that makes 36 volts. And then you could make it 72 volts if you wanted to by making them in series. If you hook them in parallel, then you get a lot, like a 200 watt panel to a 200 watt, 200 watt. Then you get 600 watts, but it's all 12 volt. So series gives you more voltage, and parallel gives you more wattage. So these are hooked up in series. I have a 36 volt system, so they're hooked up in series. That's hooked up in series, but those two are hooked up in parallel, so I don't have any more than 36 volts coming down. Okay, and it comes down this cord, which this is an outdoor heavy-duty extension cord, and it comes down to the house. And so here we have an inverter. It could be in the house, but I don't know if you can hear. It makes a hum. You know, it's quiet.
I see.
Now it's on. And there's a little cooling fan that makes a little hum. So we don't like the sound. We like to have a silent house. So at night, if you're sleeping inside, you can turn off all power to the house so there's no electricity running through the house. So you don't have the emissions of the electrical system affecting your electrical system in your body. Because it's been found to be very, very harmful for people's electromagnetic system of your human body to be surrounded by wiring in a house that's always got current going through it. So we turn off all power when we don't need it and turn it back on when we do. So this is an inverter. Here's where the power comes in from the panels. It has a fuse circuit breaker, so you can turn it off. If there's anything that shorts out in the house, it would automatically trip a circuit breaker. It's also got a fuse box. And this is a charge controller. You know, $50. And it controls, so it charges up. These are batteries underneath here. So it charges up the batteries in this box, 4 batteries. Charges, when they're fully charged, it automatically cuts off the solar panel so you don't overcharge the batteries. And then this gives you 110 household current. So it takes the 12, these are 4 12-volt batteries. It takes the DC voltage and turns it to AC household voltage. So it's an inverter, and this you can get for about $1,000. So anyway, the whole system might cost $2,300, but we're not trying to run a refrigerator, a microwave, all your modern appliances. All we're running off of this is lights, music, and occasionally we plug in a blender or something like that. We can run this slow cook crock pot. I can plug it in and run it off the sun all day long, and in the evening we have our meal cooked. So, or you can run power tools off of it. But we don't have something that's on all the time like a refrigerator. So our refrigerator is propane. And like one bottle this size here will last a month.
Oh, okay.
And so it's like 75 cents a day to run the refrigerator and freezer. So we have a small system. If you were to try to run a modern household, off of solar panels, you're talking like a $30,000 system.
Oh.
If you want to run a simple house like this with lights, music, computer, and a few appliances on and off, then you can do it for about $3,000.
Wow.
And so the difference is, how do you want to approach solar? Do you want to simplify your life and your usage of power so you're not using very much? Then it's less expensive for you. But I could run any power tool I have off of it anytime the sun's shining.
Awesome.
Yeah.